The next thing to spotlight, there's this game called Final Sentence, and it is a typing battle royale. I am always down to shout out and look into typing games. The concept sounds amazing. It's only $9. Part of me is like, I should just bite the bullet and give it a shot, support your indie game devs, For a really robust experience on like typing, there's Typing of the Dead. Let me pull that up real quick, and then we'll go back to Final Sentence here. Oh, there was also, yeah, that Glyphica. That was another one that was sort of on my radar. Glyphica is kind of like Geometry Wars. Oh, what is this? They made some crazy custom keyboard. Yeah, so Glyphica is, to me, looks like Geometry Wars, but with typing. Typing of the Dead is they repurposed House of the Dead. And instead of using the gun peripheral, like words will pop up over the zombies and you type it out. And this is a game that I would play during the Halloween season. If you were lucky enough, sometimes you could see a station of this at an arcade where they had like the typewriter there that you could play with the controller. But half the reason why I want to check this out and give it a nod, I love like unorthodox ways to learn and develop skills. This might have been like too try hard back in the day, but I remember vouching for Dynasty Warriors being a good exposure to Chinese history. It's not 100% accurate, but as far as like a baseline narrative and being introduced to so many characters, again, not all of them existed, not all of them did things the way that they portrayed it in the game. Even the book Romance of the Three Kingdoms that it's based on, there is definitely a shoe bias. Another one was Devil May Cry. And like that's a unorthodox way to get people into, what is it called, the property Dante's Inferno. Is that the name of the book? Well, it's a poem technically, and again, it's the 13 layers of hell, purgatory, going through all that type of stuff. The relationship between Dante and Virgil is much more different, but having the narrative of the game, it being wacky, devils and angels, and then going back being able to reference like how it's loosely based on this source material, that's always fun. Movies and TV shows get a pass with this all the freaking time, but it's cool to see that being done in games. But outside of like narrative experiences like that, I think for me, being able to type 180 words per minute, I don't know if I have it in me anymore to be quite that speed, but definitely over 100 words per minute. That's thanks to typing games. I work so hard to learn the locations on the keyboard, and like that's how I'm able to type without looking. And I think about some of the students now that I'm dealing with who, with my role, I'm there to help them with their speaking skills, how to speak English, but they don't have computer literacy. They need typing practice as well, and we don't really have the facility to help run and spearhead that. And it's not like they have a computer at home where I could recommend SSGSS 100. Thank you so much for the raid. SSGSS, I don't know how fast of a typer you are, but I developed my typing proficiency because of games, because of typing survival games. Gaming helped me with my typing, and the survival games that I played with it, being able to type 180 words per minute, and like, I did take some computer classes when I was school, but no, like the speed developed from gaming and playing it over and over. Having that gamification instead of it just being drills that you had to practice on your own made it more fun and made you more willing to stick with it, right? I could not imagine, like, we all know these people that they type with just their index fingers, and when they type, they're looking down like this. No freaking way can you hit over 100 words per minute. Yeah, exactly. So if you aren't aware, I don't typically like horror games. This one's not too scary because it's old. Like they repurposed the old House of the Dead game into Typing of the Dead. And there's been a couple versions, but like the one that's like mainly out there now is Typing of the Dead Overkill. And let's see how much this is. $20. Like, do not pay full price for this now, because when it goes on sale, it goes on sale for like $7. That's typically the one that I recommend to people. It's just that Final Sentence just came out Sorry, my browser is freezing up again. Just came out like 2 days ago, I think. So I just wanted to give spotlight to another indie game developer